You want to talk about big tech bias? Let's talk about Mackenzie Bezos dumping $1.7 billion into charities, for the most part, that are intersectionalist and far leftist. And you know what? More power to her. Guess what? It's legal. She's rich. She can spend her money as she sees fit. But once again, you have very powerful billionaires exerting their influence over the American people in ways I do not appreciate. Listen, man, I will tell you why I am no fan of wealth inequality, and this is it. This is why I've always been pretty much center left on, on my political positions. It's because I don't want Mackenzie Bezos to be able to snap her fingers and dump almost $2 billion into fringe politics, which will change the shape of this country for the worse. For the worst. Here's the story, and then we'll talk about this. Mackenzie Bezos announced Tuesday that she donated $1.7 billion to charitable causes over the past year, a bulk of which went to racial equity and justice causes. The ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, who revealed Tuesday she'll now take on her middle name and go by Mackenzie Scott, is the second richest woman in the world with a net worth of $60 billion, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. The 50-year-old shared a Medium post listing out 116 organizations she supports and revealed she donated $586.7 million to racial equity causes as part of the Giving Pledge, which she signed following her 2019 divorce. Now, first of all, I like that she's giving away a ton of her money. I do think we have a really broken system financially when you can have someone exert this much power over the rest of the country. But you know what, man? Look, it's a country where you can make money, you can be rich, and you can do these things. I would like to have some kind of, I don't know, man, restriction on this level of influence one individual can have. And I defer to, I'm not going to name any names, but I can't tell you how many times I've heard conspiracy theories from the left and the right about their select group of billionaires who they don't like. This one particular billionaire is hiring protesters. Oh, yeah, well, those other billionaires are hiring these protesters. And I'm like, stop, dude. Billionaires spend money as they see fit. You got a problem with it? Maybe we need to get cash out of politics. Maybe we don't like the fact that this lady can just snap her fingers and give, okay, I'm sorry, it was about $600 million to intersectionalism. The pledge is a commitment among the wealthy to give away a significant portion of their money over the course of their lifetimes. She's promised to distribute at least half of her fortune. Like many, I watched the first half of 2020 with a mixture of heartbreak and horror. My own reflection after recent events revealed a dividend of privilege I'd been overlooking. The attention I can call to organizations and leaders driving change, she said. She posted she made a big blog post about who she was giving to. So racial equity got, okay, here you go. Yeah, it's all basic, like it's all far leftism. I'm sorry, man. Look, racial equity got $586 million. LGBTQ got 46. Gender equity got 133, basically the same thing. Economic mobility got 400. Empathy and bridging divides 55. Functional democracy 72. Public health 128. Probably sounds fine. Global development 130 and climate change 125. She named specific organizations she donated to as Black Girls Code, Futures Without Violence, Movement for Black Lives, and National Domestic Workers Alliance. She also gave to several historically black colleges and universities, including Morehouse and Spelman College. She did not specify the size of the individual gifts. I'm seeing many people point this out, saying that she is now dumping ridiculous sums of money into the far left. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? Look, man, I've talked about progressive taxes. I've talked about increasing tax brackets. I've talked about why I don't like the idea that we have this dramatic wealth disparity. You create a class of people who have no ties to reality because they can literally do anything on the planet and go anywhere. You can buy citizenship. But they absolutely will give to their projects and they will crush your voice. It's very difficult, in my opinion, to have a fair and honest, open democratic system when a small portion of people can sell us out to multinational interests and then we are left holding the bag. I'm talking about all of these wealthy billionaires that influenced politics over the past several decades that sold all our manufacturing out to foreign countries. This is what you get. Throughout the 80s, it was the Republicans encouraging this immigration. Even Bernie Sanders said it. Now it's the Democrats. Why? Because they like suppressing wages so they can make tons more money. Let's talk about where this lady gets her money from. She married Jeff Bezos. He made a ton of money off Amazon, and now she just gets to have it because she was married to him. They divorced. She gets a big chunk, and all of this is fine and legal. My complaint is I don't like her politics. I don't like the places she's giving money to, and I don't know what the solution is. But I'll tell you this. This is one of the reasons why I often talk about the problem of wealth inequality. What do you do about it? I honestly don't know. I can tell you this. Wealth tax makes no sense. That won't do anything. She's got, I guess, a stake. She's got stock, Amazon stock. She can sell it. She's giving a ton of it away. I wonder exactly how she's dispersing this, but she is. And this is going to create a massive surge in far left politics. They're going to have more resources for ad spending. It's going to I'll tell you what, a lot of these organizations probably donate to Democrats. They'll say it's part of their mission. If we want to get, look at this. If we want racial equity, Democrats got to get elected. LGBTQ, well, that's Democrats. You get the point. They're going to be influencing downstream the politicians who will guarantee them access to the things they're trying to fight for. And you know what? I get it. More power to these NPOs. But I don't like the idea of living in a country where I feel like a pawn to special interest billionaires who just say, like, I'm going to do the right thing and give to the fringiest, most extreme, nonsensical nonprofit. And then all of a sudden we're having a national debate about why our borders should be open. That's where we're at now, because we've always had powerful multinational interests doing this. So again, listen, I'll tell you what. I'm anything but a socialist, but I am center left. That means I believe a mixed economy is the right approach, and I think there could be reasonable ways we can bolster the economy, either through a free market argument or, a more regulated argument. I don't know the exact answer, but I will tell you this. I personally don't think we can function this way, because now each and every one of us that has spent our days trying to resist the far left the white supremacist left, the racist left, well, she's emboldening all of them with a snap of her fingers. She's not the only one. This is why I can't stand when people rag on, say, the Mercers or Soros or the Koch brothers. I'm like, dude, they all do it. I don't care about what their politics are. I care about whether or not we're having honest conversations in this country, or whether or not massive multinational corporations, notably media, companies, oligopolies, are going to be telling us what we can or can't say, and are going to be dumping money into organizations that can influence how we live our lives. Again, I can't tell you what the solution is, but here's what she says. In her post, she also reflected upon the society's system that has helped her amass a fortune, and said she's giving back to give opportunities to other groups of people. There's no question in my mind that anyone's personal wealth is the product of a collective effort, and of social structures which present opportunities to some people and obstacles to countless others. I began work to complete my pledge with the belief that my life had yielded two assets that could be of particular value to others: the money these systems helped deliver to me, and a conviction that people who have experience with inequities are the ones best equipped to design solutions. Interesting. The money she earned came from Jeff Bezos' work with Amazon. She played a role in this. Absolutely true. But to argue that the meritocracy that created her wealth would be better served, the wealth would be better served going to people who have no experience doing this is just flat out wrong. I don't have all the answers. I don't know all the solutions, but I will tell you this. Somebody who just has this power, doesn't understand it, but is acting like we should live as they see fit. You know what? Maybe that's the way it is, huh? The people who earn the wealth can divvy it up however they want. My question would be, how much did she contribute to the growth of this wealth? It's an honest question. I know it's going to get I'll get a bunch of anger from feminists, but she is not Jeff Bezos. She is not the founder of Amazon. She played a role in encouraging him, sure, but should she earn or just take all of this power and then claim she knows how to make more of it when she didn't? I don't know. She got the money because she divorced Jeff Bezos. So to the extent to which she deserves it is entirely outside of my look. I don't know. Maybe she was more involved than most people realize. I don't know to what level she was involved. But the problem ultimately comes down to when I see her, when I see anyone else, it's just another story of people who can dictate the national conversation. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who disagree, because maybe the reality is you should allow people who have, by whatever means, access to this money, the ability to just spend it as they see fit. But I will leave you with one final thought. I was talking with some Trump supporters about how I didn't like coercive force being placed upon people where their lives will be dictated based on someone tricking them or, manipulating. The idea is a snake oil salesman, somebody who can just trick you into giving up your money. And I had these young Trump supporters say, no, if you choose to give it up, then that's your fault. And my response is, okay, you are going to have CNN, MSNBC, and to an extent Fox News, all of these massive billion-dollar corporations doing the same thing she's doing, tricking people, manipulating them, sharing lies, and empowering your political rivals. Maybe that's just a natural consequence of how the system works, and we'll always be, to varying degrees, living under the boot of the wealthy elites. I don't know, though. I thought we were seeing a populist resurgence between the left and the right. Bernie Sanders has given up and is bending over for the elites. Donald Trump seems not to be doing that. But these are the people who influence your lives. Welcome to the fray, Mackenzie Bezos, in spending tons of money to manipulate the public. I guess it's a part of the system and there's no way to change it. Just kind of frustrating. I'll leave it there. I got one more segment coming up in a few minutes and I will see you all shortly.